Hey there, this is Alana, your stress coach, and today I wanted to talk about something a little different. When I woke up this morning and looked at my phone, I saw a headline from People magazine that said that Kelly Preston, who is John Travolta's wife, had just died of breast cancer yesterday. And I want to share that I am also a breast cancer survivor. I was diagnosed last year in March of 2019, and I am healthy and cancer free today, but it's been a long road and with lots of ups and downs. And it got me thinking this morning, when you read headlines like that as a survivor, it sends you back into that scary zone of, of cancer. And I thought I would talk about today what it means to be a survivor. And for me, it means three things. The first thing that it means is that sometimes it's just kind of pure terror. You don't know if it'll come back or when it'll come back, and living with that uncertainty is hard. And for the most part, day to day, I'm not obsessing about thinking about it. But when I see headlines like that of a young, vibrant woman with young kids, just passing away and succumbing to breast cancer, it reminds you that there is uncertainty in our lives that we have to learn to just live with. So the first thing that it means is just sort of living with that intense uncertainty. The second thing it means for me is really on a more, it might be hard to believe, but on a more positive note, that going through breast cancer treatment has also allowed me to see so much more beauty in life. It's really opened my eyes to gratitude and to cultivating a practice of gratitude more regularly. Like just being so grateful for surviving and all the things that exist in my life that are beautiful around me. My kids, my husband, my amazing friends and family that has supported me through this and continue to, and are just amazing. I have amazing connections in my life. And so it's that big stuff, but also just seeing the beauty in the tiny stuff too. I see that so much more now. Just I'll notice the sky looks beautiful, or I'll notice a flower, or the birds. I know it sounds so cheesy, but I'll notice birds singing and just think how beautiful that is and feel gratitude for the big to the small. So it's really opened my eyes and opened my heart to seeing that, which has made me more happy in my day-to-day. It's been kind of an amazing thing, a transformation that's happened. And then the third sort of thing for me what it means to be a cancer survivor, I saved the best for last, or the biggest for last. And it's really around how I've grown from challenge and how I've been able to let go of parts of myself, or I'm in the process of letting go of parts of myself that really don't serve me anymore. So many of our great spiritual teachers and most wise people in the world have said that that in challenge you can find the most compelling growth. And it's also known as post-traumatic growth from a clinical or psychological standpoint. And I think you can choose to take two paths when you are confronted with dealing with a diagnosis and a real big physical health challenge. And I've made a conscious choice to grow from it and try to see the lessons that are learned in this. And I really have. And so it's really helped me to do a couple of things. And the first is that something that I've struggled with my whole life, that I just take care of myself. I finally I've been able to put myself first for the first time in my life. I was always last on my list, particularly after becoming a parent, and I never left time for myself. And in fact, I never left time for myself. I never put myself first. I actually didn't get a mammogram for over 7 years. 7 years. I'll get to it later when I have time, and that time never came up. And thank God I was able to find my cancer when I did. But I will no longer put myself last. And now that I can put myself first, it gives me the strength to handle everything else in my life and take care of everyone else in my life if I can take care of myself. So that's been a big aha for me, and coming out of and being a breast cancer survivor. The second thing is that I've really worked on, and I'm still working on it, is letting go. I am a type A, high-functioning anxiety perfectionist. And to let go of some of that need to control all the time, and those perfectionism tendencies where I sort of never feel like what I do is good enough, and it drives me, and I'm super driven, but it's at a cost of my own well-being. So I've done a lot of work on trying to let go of some of that perfectionism and just notice what's already good that's happening around me, and also what's already amazing and wonderful about me. I don't always have to fix or change, right? Sometimes things are just great. If you look around or look inside, there's a lot of good stuff there already. And the last way that I've really grown from this experience, the last sort of big way, is really just being able to know that, and this is part of what's helped me let go of that perfectionism, is to know that I only have a certain level of control over my life. I can't control whether I get cancer again or not, whether it comes back. There's only so much we can do, and to know that there are higher forces or powers at work for us, that it's not just up to us as individuals to make everything happen. That when you can sort of let go a little bit and trust that God or higher powers or spirits or universal love or our own higher minds are there to help guide us through life. I truly believe that there are higher forces that to help guide us through and support us through life. And I've really been able to kind of let go of a little bit of my need for control and some anxiety around that, knowing that I am supported. So that's it. I wanted to share today about, for me, what it means to be a breast cancer survivor. Thanks.